Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Building a Nation with Team Canada. And today we have a very, very exciting episode. Now, we have moved the calendar ahead quite a bit. It is October 3rd, 2019, so we've gone ahead about a month. There's a lot on the calendar right now, a lot going on. We got MLS playoffs about to start up. International competitions are heating up. You know, we got the Nations League and all of that kind of thing. But today we're here for a very, very big tournament, something I've been looking forward to. It is the North American Olympic qualifying. We're in the group stage, Group A, with Honduras, USA, and Jamaica. This is going to be a tough group to get out of. Top two move on to the next round. So we got to beat, a couple of good teams. Actually, all three of these teams are pretty good. Now, the interesting thing about this tournament is that, a couple things. First of all, if you want to make the Olympics, you got to win the whole tournament. So that puts a lot of pressure on every result. You need a result, especially in the next round, in the knockout round. You just got to do everything and anything you can do to win, because there's no room, no margin for error. If you want to make the Olympics, you got to win the tournament. Now, the other thing about the tournament is that it's taking place in an interesting location. It's Trinidad Tobago are hosting the tournament. So that's going to be probably a boon to those islands. They're going to get a week's 10 days worth of tourists coming in, all these soccer teams and soccer federations coming in, hopefully spending money. We'll see. The question about the tournament, though, is do they have the facilities to hold this kind of tournament? I think they do, but it's always a question. They had, not too long ago, they had problems with hurricanes, wiped out quite a bit on the islands. Hopefully they've been able to rebuild since then. Hopefully this tournament can help them rebuild. Hopefully they got some funding from the Olympics or somebody. But anyway, interestingly, we're going to be looking at mainly Manny Ramjan Stadium. Seems to be the main stadium there in Trinidad Tobago. Capacity only 10,000. Stadium condition is good. Field condition is very good, though. So we don't really have to worry too much about conditions. It should be sunny and nice. Hopefully it's not hurricane season. You can see breezy and 93 degrees, so it'll be a little warm, but it should be a nice tropical locale for the games. So let's take a look at the matches. A couple of big ones in Group A right off the start. USA versus Jamaica. USA pummeled 4-1. Look out, or they pummeled Jamaica, I should say, 4-1. A hat trick by Sargent. We know about Sargent. He didn't play too well in the game against us last time, but he had a whale of a game in the under-23s. Jamaica not looking so hot. Meanwhile, we have the Honduran under-23s, and they've got issues in their under-23s. Mainly, Honduras is not a loadable nation, unfortunately, so they don't have a lot of real players. They got a lot of scrubs, a lot of grayed-out players. They only have a handful of guys, and we don't know much about them. We know Alessandro Castro plays for Atlanta United too, 19 years old. We scouted him a little bit. He's decent, pace and acceleration and first touch, but do they have enough guys to make a difference? Do they have the pace? Do they have the, just the quality to deal with us? I'm thinking not. So this Honduran under-23 teams is a pale representation of what Honduras normally is on the international scene. So hopefully we can take advantage of that in this first game. Get to our match preview. We are 6-4 favorites. We don't have much of a record. This is the first time our under-23s have been together. First time they've played at all. So this will be an interesting turn of events to see how all these youngsters get on. Biggest strength is their goalkeeper for Honduras, so we got to watch out for that. Kickoff at Manny Ramjan Stadium, as we mentioned, 93 and sunny, no problems. Let's get to our team selection. This should be interesting. I'm playing a second team against Honduras. Now, we'll see if that comes up to bite us, but these games are packed. We got, USA coming up in like 3 days, and I don't want all my starters just, completely wasted playing against this team when we got USA coming up next. So can we afford to lose this game? Absolutely not. But I think we've got the talent to push on with just the guys we've got. So we've got Pantami in goal. Guy you should be familiar with, playing for Ottawa Fury, on loan from Montreal. We brought him in for the main squad just because our goalkeepers in Canada are not that great. But Pantami, understudy on the main team. He's taking up the number 1 goalkeeper spot on this team. Ahmed, a guy who plays with us at Vancouver, only 16 years old, but he's getting a lot of playing time in MLS right now. He's improving, he's getting better, but he's also versatile. He can play left back or right back, and he's a guy who I'm familiar with. I trust this guy. Looking at all the other left backs in the country, it was a crapshoot. Do I take a guy I don't know, or do I take this 16-year-old who I do know? And I decided to take a shot on the 16-year-old. Central defense, Boskovic from TFC2, central defender, 20 years old, correct? 21 years old. He's decent. He's got good jumping reach. He's 6'2". Nothing special. He's just your typical North American style defender. Dunn, 19 years old, Julian Dunn. He's a prospect with a little bit more potential. Big, strong. Again, he's 6'2". He's a little better athletically, a little better just all-around player. So, those two making a solid combo, if not spectacular combo at central defense. Stakic on the right-hand side, contracted to Thunder Bay Chill, so he's an amateur, 21 years old. He'll probably be in the draft soon. This guy was a strange one. He was a wild card. Fullback with 17 pace, 17 determination, 15 tackling, 12 marking. He's not good going forward at all. He's strictly a defensive guy. But a guy with 17 pace, 15 tackling, and 17 determination, I figure he's going to be a destroyer out there on the right-hand side. Nobody's getting past this guy. He's going to tackle everyone in sight so long as he's in the right position and, makes the right decision. But he's got 13 decision-making. It's pretty decent for a 21-year-old. Took a chance on him, and here he is. In the midfield, we're pretty strong in the midfield, even our reserves. Frazier, 21 years old, a guy who's very good. Physically, very sound, mentally, technically. He's just a good defensive midfielder type player. Already valued at $950,000, so he's a pretty decent player. 2.5 stars. He might not get any better. He is contracted to Toronto FC. How much playing time he's getting there is not, it's under question. But he is signed to the first team, so that's pretty good to have a first team MLS guy on your reserves as your under 23. Aiden Daniels, another very strong midfielder. Good mentals, vision, and work rate. He's got decent stamina, passing. He's just sort of your average guy. Again, 2.5 stars. Decent potential, 3 stars, possibly 4 stars. Also contracted to Toronto FC, so they might have a little bit of synergy there. Left wing, we got Charles Andreas Brim. 2-star player, a lot of speed, 16 pace, 17 acceleration to go along with 16 crossing. Again, he's sort of a specialist that we brought in to say this guy is fast and he can cross the ball. So we want him to just burn down the wings and throw in those crosses. He's on loan from LOSC. I'm not familiar with what that is. Who are LOSC? League One. Interesting. Okay. League One. Where, though? Overview. General. France. Okay, so it is League One in France. I just never heard of this team. They must go by something else. Anyway. Another kid with a lot of potential, and he's got that speed that we like. So there we go, a little deep dive into him. And then a guy you might be familiar with, Chonier, from Montreal, 20 years old. He's a guy we've looked at before. He doesn't really have what we like in terms of physicals, but playing that advanced playmaker role, he can just sort of sit in the middle and make decisions. You know, we get this guy the ball, 15 vision, 15 long shooting. You know, he's hopefully going to score some goals for us and create some goals with his vision and his work rate and his decision making. He could be much better in his passing, which is kind of holding him back right now. But, you know, at this level, maybe he can do the business for us. Then on the right-hand side, Jordan Faria, 19 years old from TFC2. A lot of guys from Toronto hanging around here. Another guy, decent speed and acceleration, decent athletics all around. 14 crossing, 13 dribbling, 10 corners. So again, another guy. He's got 10 passing, 10 vision. Pretty decent for a 19 years old. Again, another guy to just cross the ball and get it in to our guy, our main dude here, Sean Hundle, a guy that we have called up to Vancouver. A guy who's honestly is good enough to be on the main squad. He's got 2.5 stars right now, 3.5 star potential, maybe even 4.5 stars. So this guy could be an international level player by the time he's done. He's only 20 years old. Decent pace and acceleration. He's very strong for a striker. He's got a lot of flair, so hopefully he's going to score goals for us. Very good mentals, decent technicals, passing, and technique. You know, for a striker to have 12 passing is actually really good. 12 heading, 12 finishing, 12 first touch. You know, he's a versatile guy. He can do a lot of things. You know, he's on his way to, I think, being a complete forward. You know, that's kind of the skills that he has. But anyway, he's going to be our number one striker here for the second team. So we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of, I think, potential here. And this is just our second team. This isn't even our first team. We're not even going to show you the first team. We're going to save that for next game. Keep it as a surprise. So here we go. Even though you'll know not a lot of names on that second team. So they are going with a bit of a defensive formation here. 4-4-1-1. You would expect so much as a team that's lacking some talent. Might go defensive. They do have Calix on the right as their team captain. He's one of their real players. Reyes, Rodriguez, and of course the keeper who we've got to watch out for, Claros. Not Carlos. Claros. Anyway, he's probably their best player. We'll see. They've got, you know, a lot of scrubs. So we'll see if we can beat them handily here today. Let's go. End the pep talk. Opposition instructions. I mean, we're going to treat them like a real team. We're going to close down on them the way we should. I forgot to set these. Because the under 23s, I had to, you know, reform my strategy, sort of. Well, actually, I just had to export it and import it from the main team. That's all I did. But apparently I didn't have this set when I exported it. So, let's go. Kickoff. Canada under 23s. Not a lot of fans in the stands. There's one fat guy over there. Did you see that guy? That's interesting. I didn't know they had different models like that. I thought everybody was sort of just had different t-shirts. They've got at least one fat guy model, so that's good. Diversity in modeling, I guess. I don't know. 4 minutes. Let's go. First highlight. Throw in for Honduras. Looks like they're in their own half. We are putting the pressure on them. It looks like they are taking their sweet time. Reyna to Reyes. Calix. They're moving it through their key players. So that's good tactics on their part. But there's a turnover. Frazier in the midfield. I think he might be a little too experienced for this young Honduran team. Here comes Brim. Sends one in. This is what we want to Hundle with the header. Claros is injured. Their keeper. That's no good. I don't know if he hurt himself running into the pole there. But he's got a little knock. And we get our first goal. Hundle. You know, it's almost not fair to have a guy who we've been playing a little bit in MLS. I mean, he's MLS quality. There's no question. And now he's in here playing for the under 23s. Now, he might not feel so overpowered once we play against the likes of USA and Mexico and those kind of teams. If we get that far. If we get to Mexico. But definitely against USA. I mean, they've got Josh Sargent in their lineup, so it's not like they're holding anything back. Whereas we are holding back. This is our second team. Here we go. Dunn sends one downfield. Again, tries to get it to Hundle. Honduras tries to return the favor, but our defense is just sitting back. I mean, that's what this formation is all about. Send the attackers forward and the defenders sit back so that, this kind of stuff doesn't bother us. Chonier, this is where we want the ball. Good pass to Hundle. Hundle looking around. He just takes a shot. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. What highlights are we on here? We're on key highlights. Okay, that's all we're going to need, I think. Goal differential is a thing, though. We can't afford any mercy. We need to make sure we got goal differential over anybody, because Jamaica and USA are still difficult. Okay, so that took a deflection off the defender. That's how we got that one. Chonier gets the credit for the assist. Hundle with his second goal. Calix now, free kick for Honduras. They're going to try to get one back, I would say before half, but it's only 18 minutes down. Can we get the steal and the counterattack, or are they going to get an actual shot? They got wide open player. Atala. Oof. Quality of goalkeeping is not looking strong currently on either side. I mean, that was a completely stoppable shot. It looks almost like he stubs his toe and the ball just kind of trickles in. That on the replay, that looked a little better. That was a little bit more of a purposeful, placed shot, we'll call it. And it kind of looked like Pantami was going the other way. So, anyway, maybe we spoke a little too soon. Honduras gets one back. Romero, Honduras again on the attack. If they get another one, then we got a whole different ball game. We started thinking about goal differential a little too early. Honduras, they've shaken off some early nerves. No, there we go. Again, Frazier in the midfield, making a sound play. Stakic sends one forward for Hundle. Reyna, though, is there playing some sort of sweeper role, but he turns it over to Faria, the speedster. He sends it across Brim. Oh, stop, but Faria is there. Claros making a name for himself, finally making some stops. So ratings are going okay, not the greatest. Brim on the left. Finishing's not really his deal. He does have 9 composure, which isn't terrible, but he's definitely more of a setup guy with that 16 crossing. Faria on the right, kind of the same thing. So maybe we have a problem playing those two guys together, right? We have 2 setup guys on the wings, and their only option really is going down the middle. So maybe we should put Chonier on attack. Here comes Brim. He's going to lose it. There's Chonier picking it up. Is he going to take the long shot? I mean, we should get him in position to take a long shot. With 15 long shooting, he's going to be killing people. Frazier is there, so let's go to, no, not team instructions. Substitutions. I'm going to put Chonier on attack. Yeah, he's best at attacking midfielder. That's fine. Because I want him to shoot. With 15 long shooting, he should dominate this competition, or this level of competition. There's another save by Claros. Be interested to see what his injury is, if they'll tell us. Oh, so he was injured coming into the game. He's scheduled to complete rehabilitation and return to full training tomorrow. But, Honduras is a little low on the youngsters, so he's all they got. His reflexes are real bad. Yeah, so just about half. Honduras trying to bomb one downfield. Missed header by Frazier. Castro picks it up for Honduras. There's a turnover, possibly. No, Reyna with a sneaky tackle. Honduras holding on. There's Brim now. He's going to start getting it forward. Hundle loops it out wide. Farla, he's got plenty of men rushing forward, but he takes the shot himself. Hundle cleans up the mess. Ouch. Ouch. That was painful to watch. Oof. To watch Claros just struggle with what was a simple shot. I mean, this was a prayer. It seems more like a cross. Off the post, I mean, a little tricky. But Claros just mishandled that all kind of different ways. And Hundul is there to pounce on it to give us the 3-1 lead. Oh, our left back, Ahmed, seems to have suffered an injury right before half. He's down to 52%. So we're going to have to get him out at halftime. All right. Tactics. I think we could just possess the second half away, but again, I don't know that we want to do that. I don't think we can afford to do that with the goal differential situation. So, substitution is the only order of the day here. We will take out Ahmed, bring in a guy I've been looking at. I really love his physicals. He's only 5'11" as left fullback, Zoran Basong. But physically, he's very solid all the way up and down the board. He's got no weaknesses. I mean, he's a little low on balance, but other than that, but he's got the abilities where it counts. You know, he's got work rate, teamwork, leadership, tackling. Again, very strong on tackling. I really love my fullbacks and really everybody on the team. You know, the way we press and the way we try to win the ball, I want everybody with at least some tackling. Now, he's also got a little bit of dribbling, a little bit of crossing, so he can go forward a little bit. He's playing currently at Cercle Bruges, perhaps. I'm not sure where that is or what that is. But we're going to play him at left back. You know, he's not a great player. He's a guy that I just sort of barely scouted. I saw his physicals, I saw his tackling, and I was like, this is the guy for me. We didn't have a ton of options at left back. As you see, we've got our 16-year-old in the team. But I think physically he can hold up at this level, and he's got tackling, so that's really good enough. Let's just start the second half. I think I forgot to give a pep talk. Who needs a pep talk when you're 2 goals up, right? Just keep doing what you're doing. They've made a substitution at right back. Oh, here's Daniels with a free kick. Daniels has a yellow. We might want to take him out. Done on the back post. Header off. Hundul again with another clean-up goal. Gets his hat trick. Sort of a sloppy hat trick, but that does move us up to first position. You can see the goal differential paying dividends already. So done with the header off the crossbar, straight to Hundul. Nothing the defense could do about that. He's too big, he's too strong, and he's on side. So that's outstanding. All right, so we're going to make another sub here. We're going to get Daniels and his yellow card out of there. Because if you've seen our previous games with Team Canada, I mean, I know that was with the main team, not the under-23s, but we've had some serious red card problems. So we're going to bring in David Norman, another one of our players from Vancouver. This is our secret weapon guy. Our guy who's currently, he's out on loan in Scandinavia. We're sort of keeping him quiet over there. But look at this guy. He's got nice physicals, a lot of fitness. He's going to be able to run all day. He's 6'2", 180 pounds. He's a beast as a midfielder. 16 determination, decision-making, work rate, technique. You know, so this kid's, he's got the potential to be very good. He's got the potential to be the next star midfielder for Team Canada. 4-star potential, maybe even 5-star potential. But he's not very match fit currently because the Scandinavian season is over. I believe he's playing in Finland. And then that season is over currently. So he's losing his match fitness quickly. So if we get him a little bit of game time in this match, he should maybe regain some of that fitness when he starts in our next game. All right, here we go. 56 minutes. Boskovic bombs one downfield. Hundul wins the header to Chonier. Is Chonier going to return the favor? He does. Hundul looking around. Back to Chonier. He's got the fullback coming up on overlap. Daniels is not out of the game yet. Did we replace the wrong midfielder? That's a strong possibility. Hundle again. Gets his 4th goal. Again, another sloppy goal. Claros makes the original save. Hundle is then tackled in the box, but the rebound goes off of his knee anyway. So let's watch this one in slow-mo, see if we can figure this out. Ferreira sends it to Hundle. Great pass. Great stop. Oh, he slides. So that was purposeful. So I take it all back. That was just a great goal. That's that flair coming in. Okay, so Norman has come in and immediately got a yellow card as well. Bassong now has it. Getting it forward to Brim. Not really taking it slow, but being cautious. Now he's going to bomb it forward. Now Hundle, look at him, just outpacing the entire defense. They can't stop him. This one could get ugly. And by could get ugly, I mean it's probably ugly already. So here we go. Bassong just bangs it forward, and then look at the defense. Turned around. Slow of foot. Great shot. I mean, that was just perfect. Perfect shot. But yeah, Hundle is destroying this back line. They're not looking so hot. Ouch. So you can see we're trying to keep up with USA right now. They've got 4 goals. 4-1 currently. Right? Is that what that means? 6-4, 1 against? Yeah. So, you know, we got 2 goals on Team USA. That's good. We'll see if we can rack up some more. Yeah, because we already saw that result. They beat Jamaica 4-1. Here's Honduras trying to get one back. Castillo on the run. 1-on-1. Oh. We got to do something about Pantami. He's had 2 absolute whiffers. I mean, both of those goals he gets scored on are just horrific attempts. Doesn't get anywhere close. Look at this. He dives the wrong direction. I guess he tries to kick save, maybe? I don't know what that was. But that was not good. Great shot by Castillo. I mean, got to give it to him on the run. But now that's back to a 4-goal lead. And our goal differential lead has dropped to 1 against Team USA. Here we go. 80 minutes in. Stakic to Chonier. Back out to Stakic. Daniels sends one in. Bryn, his header goes off the post. All right. We're short a midfielder on the bench. Don't like that at all. So we do have Shamit Shom on the bench, who's not really much of a midfielder. Chonier, I believe, can play midfield, but he's just as tired as everybody else. So I was going to bring Daniels. I mean, I might as well, just to get that yellow card out of there. I'm yellow card phobic now. So we're going to bring Shamit Shom in at the attacking midfield. Move Chonier down to midfield. He doesn't really have the pace that I want in midfield. Only 7 tackling. He's not really what I would consider an ideal midfielder. But, you know, we'll do what we can for now. I just want to get that yellow out of there. Missed header. Oh, luckily we didn't pay for it. Pantami with a nice stop there, but it was offside anyway. Or a push or something. Some kind of foul. Here we go. 85 minutes. Faria to Dunn. His header off the post. Sanchez tries to clear it. Boskovic is there, sends it back into the crowd. Eventually, Honduras is able to clear it with just a mass of bodies. All right, so it looks like this is going to be our result here. 6-2. Not a bad result, but giving up 2 goals is a little disturbing. Now, we were on attack the whole game, so we didn't dial it back. We didn't play, cautious. which maybe we would against, you know, USA or Jamaica. But still, I did not like the performance that we saw from Pantami, so we might have to look at some other goalkeeping options, which we don't have a ton of. I think we just have St. Clair on the bench. On loan from Minnesota. 22 years old, so he's one of our older players. You know, decent reflexes, decent aerial reach. He's got some really low stats in there, though. Eccentricity and first touch of a 1. I'm kind of scared about that. Flair, leadership off the ball, very low. Rushing out, passing, very low. So I don't know about this guy. But anyway, that was a good match. 6-2. We'll take it. Very pleased. Let's go. I mean, we can guess who the man of the match was, right? Pretty sure that it was Hundle. Yes, it was Hundle with his 6 goals. He scored all 6. I didn't realize that. I sort of lost count after 3, I guess. So the old double hat trick. When's the last time you saw that? I don't think I've ever seen it. 9.5 in the first half, 10.0 in the second half. Ouch. I guess he had a good game, but you saw the calendar there. Look at the schedule. So we got Honduras, and then 2 days later, USA. So that's why we had to play this reserve team, and it paid off. So we're going to come back next game for USA. That's going to be the big, big game. So until then, we'll see you later.